Hi there, I'm Dr. Lindsay Wilkinson. I'm a naturopathic doctor and an acupuncturist in Portland, Oregon, and I work a lot with patients who are healing with psychedelic medicines. I use a lot of ketamine in my office with patients right now, one-on-one and in small group settings. And what I wanted to talk about was intention setting. A lot of people really struggle with what it means to set an intention for a psychedelic journey. How do I do that? What is it going to mean? How is it going to make a difference if I set an intention versus not setting one for my psychedelic journey? So, one way to look at it, I heard this from a really awesome mentor of mine, Scott Close. He talked about how an intention is like an arrow that you're kind of learning how to use. You're an archer and you're kind of pulling back on that arrow and you're aiming for the bullseye. And that target would be what the changes are that you're seeking in your life. Is that healing from depression or anxiety? Is that, a creative breakthrough or moving out of a stuck place in your life? And so the intention setting is really important, because if you don't have an arrow and you're sort of aiming at this bullseye, there's nothing there to really shoot for or shoot towards. So there's a few ways that you can approach intention setting when you're getting ready for a psychedelic journey. One thing to do would be to start by writing three to five general goals. Or, when you're thinking about doing a journey, what are the 5 top reasons that you would even consider going into an altered state of consciousness to help with your healing? And so once you have that list of 3 to 5 sort of general intentions, you want to try and put them in order. And the way that I tell my patients and clients to work with this is to put them in order from what is the most important thing that you could aim towards or goal that you could have to change your life right now. And then, list them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the top one is the most important thing that you can think of out of these general pool of goals or intentions that's really going to shift things for you right now. And number 5 would be the one that maybe is not as clear or less likely to do that. Once you have that list of 3 to 5, take out the bottom 2. So you're working with just 3 possible intentions for whatever upcoming psychedelic journey that you're having. And then I take them each one by one, especially starting with the first one that you think is going to be the one to make the most impact in your life right now. And I sort of sit with that intention and feel it in my body. Does it feel exciting? Does it feel activating? Do I feel some sense of fear or trepidation? Do I sense a hesitation? And kind of go through that process internally. I think about that as like embodying your intention, or really sitting with it for just a minute or two and noticing what happens in your body. Our bodies are always talking to us. It's kind of like our subconscious, our emotions, our bodies are really the conduit for our subconscious to help us figure out where we need to go next. And so when you look at your top 3 intentions, getting really specific about how you think they're going to change your life right now, and you feel into them. And I think that for most people, you get a clear sense of a yes or a no. So ideally, after you make this short list of 3 intentions, you really pick one that has the most energy, feels the most potent for you at this time, and decide to focus on that. The nice thing about psychedelics is that it's not a one and done. I think a lot of people tend to say, oh, I'm just going to have this one journey, it's going to change my life forever. But really, as I've been working for many years with patients, what we find is that a psychedelic journey is an opportunity to explore your mind, explore your emotions, your spirit, and you'll come back to that over time again and again. So setting one intention now doesn't mean that the other ones won't come up in the journey or that you won't address them at some future time, but it really helps you kind of hone in what it is you're looking for out of this experience. And so it gives you a clear arrow when you're aiming for that bullseye of what I want to see change in my life, having one specific goal that feels like, oh, this could really make a difference in my life right now, and then feeling that excitement, that positive change, or that whatever kind of sense of feeling comes to you in your body is what you should work with. And after that, the last thing that I would say is once you have that clear intention, or you've chosen one to be your top goal for this particular psychedelic journey, try and shorten it down. Try to distill it or condense it into a short phrase or sentence that you can use over and over again when you're doing your journey. So it becomes not only an intention that you set before you go on your psychedelic trip, but that you can come back to during the journey over and over. So if you're feeling lost or feeling stuck or feeling like, caught in a loop or something, you have this very short, condensed, distilled down phrase or essence of what the changes are that you're hoping to get. And that will help you before, during, and unpacking it afterwards as well. Thanks so much for listening. If you want any more tips or tricks talking about psychedelic preparation and integration, I have a lot of resources on my page, www.aureo, which is AUREO, pdx.com. So that's www.aureopdx.com. Thanks so much. Bye.